In 1864, as the Civil War raged on, the Athletic Baseball Club of Philadelphia took to the road. In the original city of Philadelphia, ball playing was illegal, banished to faraway territory like New Jersey and the western banks of the Schuylkill River. After the city and county merged in 1854, Philadelphians found plenty of new land and new opportunities.
Canack Woods, Masters and Jefferson, 25th to 27th, 24th Street up to Columbia Avenue over to Montgomery. You could track the development of the city, the growth of the city, by the positioning of the ball.
The Civil War brought the game to a wider audience.
Baseball at that time would be a middle-class sport. They could actually spare recreational time to enjoy something like baseball or cricket.
After the war, the middle class grew by leaps and bounds, and everyone, it seemed, was playing baseball.
These guys aspired to be gentlemen, but when you start competing, whatever pretense you have of being a gentleman gives way to the skill that somebody else might have.
Rivalry sprung up between clubs and between cities. Baseball fans in City Hall found government jobs for Reach's teammates.
Some of these players showed up for work, others didn't even bother. One player, catcher Patsy Dockney, was said to play ball all afternoon and fight and drink all night in exchange for his $20 weekly salary.
While the Athletics revolutionized the business of baseball, teacher and civil rights activist Octavius Catto attempted to revolutionize the game's approach to equality.
Cato and others saw baseball and athletics not simply as an amusement, but really they viewed it as an avenue for pushing black folk forward.
Catto's team, the Pythian Club, compiled an extraordinary record, going undefeated in 1867 against other African American teams. But Catto set his sights on a bigger canvas.
The National Association of Baseball Players moved their convention to Philadelphia, and the Pythians want to see if they can become a member.
There were some very good fine ball players on the Pythians, and he was encouraged by the vice president of the athletics to apply for admission.
Something like 200 clubs are seeking membership, and 199 of them get in.
The members of this committee unanimously report against the admission of any club which may be composed of one or more colored persons.
It's the first time that there had ever been a color line drawn, not only in baseball, but in sports.
This was several years before the National League was founded in 1876. What would have happened if Cato was seated as a delegate? And from the very beginning of America's national pastime, the blacks were fully integrated into this process. What would that have done for race relations?
The Pythians continued playing and winning. They played exhibition games against white teams in 1869, losing to the Olympics, but beating the city items. The following year, Catto turned his attention to the fight for voting rights.
The baseball team disbanded in 1870 as the stakes were really lifted. At that time, the most pressing thing was really getting the right to vote and exercising it.
On Election Day, 1871, Octavius Catto was murdered in the street by a political operative. Philadelphia mourned his passing with the city's largest public funeral since Abraham Lincoln.